Welcome to Meet the Coaches as part of Global Music Match with your host, Glennie G, the coach of coaches. Hello and welcome back. Actually, this will probably be the first one that you guys are seeing. So welcome to the very first episode. And if it's not, I don't know what's going to happen. I guess I've committed. I've committed to this being the first episode. So, welcome to the very first episode of Global Music Matches Meet the Coaches, where we have a deep dive. Well, not really. It's quite shallow, but we chat to your coaches and we give you a little bit of insight into the other coaches of the other 15 teams that are surrounding you. This is pretty much a blatant rip-off of a segment on a TV show called Inside the Actors Studio. You'll get the drift. It's a whole bunch of questions, and then the coaches get to answer them very simply or with as much depth as they choose to. And then I might throw in a few curly ones just for fun. So the first question that I will ask every person that is committed to doing this interview, which is every single coach, is what is your full name?
My full name is Eddie Barkan.
Welcome, Eddie. And Eddie, what is your team?
Good to meet you. I'm Team One.
Team number one.
Team One. Very proud to be working with them.
Uno, Itchy. That's it. That's all
I was worried when I went for Team One that I would have to go first on everything, and I was assured that that wasn't the case. But you've just proven it wrong. So I'm very pleased to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, you're not. You're not the guinea pig. You're not the guinea pig. You just happen to be the first one that everybody else has seen. I mean, I guess if people are offended by what we do here in some capacity, then you might be the only one that we show. But I'm sure that that's not going to be the case, Eddie. We're going to be fine.
I'll try not to offend too many people.
We'll be good. We'll be good. Now, where were you born, Eddie?
I was born in Essex in England.
Where's Essex in relation to the rest of the country?
Essex is on the south coast of England, and it is a much maligned place. But I'm proud to be a son of Essex.
Is it? Maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't think I am. There's some very good wine coming out of Essex at the moment.
There might be some very good wine drunk in Essex, but
around that region that there was some. Then I am mistaken. Very good. And
no, I was born in a place called Southend, which is about 40 miles east of London. So it's kind of like the playground of London, right on the Thames estuary. And thankfully, it had a seafront and a very, very good music scene.
Excellent. And where do you reside now?
I live in Cambridge. So I moved up to Cambridge in the early 90s for working on a festival, and I've been here since.
And I'm assuming that is where the university is as well.
Yeah, there is a university here. Not that I've ever been to it, but yes, there's a very famous university.
Excellent, excellent. And I guess you've answered the next question, which is why are you living in Cambridge?
Yeah, I moved. I saw a job advertised working on Cambridge Folk Festival when I was about 21. So it was a job working as an admin assistant, and I got the job, and I kind of moved up there. And haven't looked back.
I feel like this is a good segue into the next question, which is, what is your occupation?
So I kind of wear a few different hats. So I'm an event manager, festival programmer, consultant. I represent England's most famous female folk singer, Kate Rusby. Look after her work for festivals. Do a variety of things.
So which festivals are you programming for?
So I'm currently artistic director for Cambridge Folk Festival. I used to run Cambridge and program it for 23 consecutive years. I did 23 sellout festivals there. I also programmed the Avalon stage at Glastonbury, which I've done since 2005. And I book all the artists for Underneath the Stars Festival, which I also help run. That's Kate Rusby's own festival. And I book headliners for Heb Celt in the Outer Hebrides, and I also work on Folk by the Oak. So I work with a number of other teams, and I really like the variety.
Wow, you must be having this period in time must be the first time in 20 odd years that you've probably been able to have a little bit of downtime.
Yeah, I think it's the first time in coming on for 30 years where I've actually been in Cambridge over the summer and actually been able to see what it's like and seen the countryside and things. So that's been some of the pluses. But yeah, it's been quite a routine, a change to my routine. Normally the summers are manic, and then just around about now I'm starting to wind down a little bit before it all starts up again.
Cats or dogs, Eddie?
Cats. Definitely cats. Ginger Toms.
Yeah, well, we share that. We share that that cat. Not the same cat. Different cats, different part of the world.
Yeah.
Just both
they do wander a fair bit, but that would be a bit silly.
Yeah. What is your favourite word?
My favourite word? Oh, at the moment it's going to be ponder, because I haven't got a favourite word that just trickles off the tongue.
Ponder's a good one, though.
I'm going to ponder that.
Ponder is good. What is your least favourite word?
Probably no.
To favourite?
Particularly when it's said in isolation.
Yeah, true. What turns you on, Eddie?
What turns me on? People, good music, company, ideas.
And what turns you off?
It's going to sound so deep. Negativity.
No, that is a valid turn off, negativity. We've touched on this slightly, but what is something that you loathe or hate about the pandemic?
Just the way it's created even more disadvantage. So like people who weren't doing so great or didn't have such good opportunities, it's just been devastating for them. I mean, personally, I'm really fortunate. I've got a garden. I've still been able to do aspects of my work, even though it's changed quite considerably. But so many of the people I work with, their lives have just been devastated.
Very hard if you don't have we've got the lockups in Melbourne at the moment, and people who are living in apartments with kids and things like that. Just so tough.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, what is something that you're loving about the pandemic?
I suppose, as I said earlier, seeing a bit of the summer, appreciating actually where I live and the countryside around here. I guess I'm enjoying to a degree the slower pace, but 6 months later, I'm kind of over that. I'd rather have a bit of kind of energy and excitement now. So it's getting tougher, I think, as it goes along.
Yeah, true. What is a sound or noise that you love?
It's going to be music. The cat's purring is quite nice as well, but probably music and kind of spoken word on the radio.
Oh yeah, I think we would get along quite well, Eddie. I think. What is the sound or noise that you hate?
The sound and noise that I hate, kind of like too much traffic. I live in quite a busy area, so one of the nice sides is the fact that there's been a lot less traffic, and they've got traffic calming outside my house to aid with kind of social distancing. So that's been great.
What is it?
So I live on,
traffic calming.
yeah. So there's barriers out in the road so that the traffic has to slow down and so that pedestrians can step out into the pavement, have a bit more space.
Oh, yeah,
And
right.
and one of the events I work on, which would normally be in December, is we close the entire road and we have a kind of a street party with about 10,000 people. So it's given me a small flavour of that.
Oh, nice. I had a vision in my head of a whole bunch of people going out to cars and patting them like the cat. So it's like, oh, you're a good car. It's okay. Don't worry about the Volvo. You're good too. Um, what am I up to here? What is a profession an alternative profession that you would like to do? Profession other than your own?
I've never really had one. I mean, I didn't get into doing what I do through kind of blind ambition just to do this. It was more stubbornness that it was the only thing that I was interested in. So that would be a hard one. I
So
guess I could always
it's a
I
pie
could
in the
go back to
sky. So is it like something that you would, if you couldn't do this profession, what is something you would like to attempt?
well, I'm going to cheat and say I would go back to selling ice cream on Southend Seafront as I did when I was a
That's
student because that
awesome.
was kind of fun at the
And what is
time.
at the time, yeah. And what is a profession that you would not like to attempt?
Oh, what would I not like to attempt? I don't know. Um, Not a very good interviewee on this one. I've gone blank. There are probably many things.
What's something that you just don't like doing, Eddie?
What what don't I like doing? I don't know. I can adapt to kind of most things,
Well, you're one
and
of those.
I mean,
You're one of those. It's like It's like I don't. I think I
well,
might
I don't
try.
know.
I
I mean,
might try and do my tax this year, and then you suddenly get the biggest tax return that you've ever got.
yeah.
You-
See, I kind of well, I do that for myself. Um, I mean, one of the outlooks I've always used on running festivals is don't ask anybody to do something that you wouldn't be prepared to do yourself. So I quite enjoy just doing different things. I might not want to do them all the time, but I don't mind having a go at different things. I think that's, you know, the other saying
That's
about
very admirable.
walking a mile in somebody's shoes.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's good. That's the kind of thing that gets you a TV show, Eddie, where you just go and just try all these different jobs, like doing jobs with Eddie on BBC now.
yeah, I think you have to
Um,
be a bit more well known first.
no, that's how you become well known. They pay you less at
This
the
could
start, and then you become famous, and then you
this
own your own production company.
this could be the
Um,
start.
yeah. What have you been listening to lately?
Well, I've been listening to a lot of the artists from Global Music Match, but um, I've been listening. I kind of listen to a lot of older stuff, uh, like you know Hoagie Carmichael, things from the 20s and 30s, 50s jump, jive, really wide variety of music.
Awesome. And how are you enjoying Global Music Match?
I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I'm very fortunate that the team that I'm working with, all the artists are wonderful. They're quite inspiring, just the way they're kind of engaging with each other and sharing, and it's yeah, it and the way they're embracing kind of like the challenges. Like uh, nowadays, we not only expect our artists to inspire us with their music, but we expect them to be social media gurus and you know juggle home life and deal with that. And the way they are doing that is you know is pretty inspiring.
It is, isn't it? And the last question for you, Eddie, is if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say as you approach the pearly gates?
Uh, God, the first thing that came into my mind then was actually the John Prine song. When he passed away recently, he wrote a song about opening a bar and smoking a big fat cigar. So hopefully I'd kind of, if I could bump into John Prine and Alberta as soon as I got there, that would.
Yes, it's heaven. You can just do what you want within
Sorry?
reason. I said it's heaven. Can't you just do whatever you want?
I guess you could, yeah.
But what's God is good? Is God just going to say, "Oh, John Prine's been waiting for you"?
I don't think that's very likely.
Seven, Eddie, you've got the run of the whole place. I can't imagine that God's going to have too many who knows, too many other rules.
So I kind of view heaven as more of a socialist utopia rather than everybody like just going out for themselves. But yeah.
Oh, well, that's
so maybe that's what I want.
Yeah, no, that's a fair call as well. I'm yet to ask this question to a complete atheist as well. It's just like, well, I don't need to answer that question. It doesn't exist. So, okay, I respect that too. Eddie, thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for all of your assistance and all your coaching skills. And this may not be the last interview that we do before the end of this global music match. And hopefully this isn't the only Meet the Coaches that goes to air as well. See how we go. But thank you very much, Eddie.
Chatting with you again.